Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Only Bruins. I'm one third of your host today, Downtown Boosie, and we're finally getting around to this episode. The dreadful, dreaded recording that we knew was going to come someday soon. The season finale, well, not the season finale for us, but for the Bruins. We have to talk about it. Lots to get into. We have a loaded episode for you this week. But before we do any of that, this episode is brought to you by the one and only Pure Hockey. Skate like the pros, look like the pros, top of line gear for top line prices. Prices that cannot be beat anywhere. Pure Hockey. None of that is possible unless you don't hit the link in the show description. So do yourself a favor, do us a favor. Hit the link in the show description. Go buy something. It's clearance season, baby. But none of that is possible unless you don't hit the link in the show description. So do it right now. Do it. Brett, since you were here first for once, Brett, don't call him Howie Howard. Welcome back for another episode of Only Bruins. How we living?
Not bad, not bad. A lot of pools, but I'm actually enjoying it. It's keeping my mind off of the shit show at the end of the season that was the Boston Bruins.
Yep.
But real quick, I do want to say happy birthday to my little brother. He turned 30 today. That Joker ass looking motherfucker. No, but just wanted to say happy birthday to him because he's one of the best dudes I know, and 30. You guys know it's all downhill from 30. So congrats, buddy.
I know what he's getting into tonight. Some freaking kinky shit. I know he's painting his face tonight.
Oh yeah, maybe he might go full Harley Quinn tonight. Who knows?
Yeah, that's a good role play right there. Bobby from the beaches of Winnipeg, Baruski. Welcome back, baby. How we living?
Living good. Just want to say, yeah, being a year or two into my 30s, it's probably the best time of my life. So I don't know what you're talking about. Very excited to talk about hockey. I haven't watched hockey since we got eliminated. I just canceled all my stuff and
I've been
started watching TV. I haven't. I that's a lie. I watched the Montreal Tampa game 7, but I haven't. Second round, nothing, dude. I canceled all my stuff and started watching TV shows. It's fair. I got Crave. I don't know. Life's a lot more peaceful. I'll say that.
Well, it's nice because I don't have to schedule around watching the Bruins, stressfully watching the Bruins and stuff like that. And it was a frustrating series. I don't think anyone's surprised by the outcome of the series. But it was I guess we'll just get right into it. It was a win. You could have won that series easily. You take care of business game 1 and 3. That's the series, man. And just didn't get it done. It's they fell short, and I think a lot of it had to do with just not having enough of the right pieces, and I think it was pretty obvious too. But Swayman did everything he could. I mean, I don't know how many goals you can even put on him that series. If you can put any goals on him, that's maybe one or two. Yeah, and that might be a reach, but he was unreal. If you want to look at this series as glass half full, he was. You got the Jeremy Swayman that you paid for. So that's nice.
The thing that's upsetting about it though, because you can't even go inexperienced. Because I'm watching Buffalo right now up 1-0 over Montreal in a series. They're tied 1-1 in the second round, and the only thing that's just really disappointing to me was the lack of experience being used by the veteran core. I can excuse Minton, I can excuse Houston Adinoff, I can excuse Yoki Haru to an extent, but it's the Lindholms, the Zadorov was a dog all series. He just got hurt. Pasternak at times, he turned it on at the end of the series, but it just felt like these core pieces you leaned on all series, the "Who want me" line.
Yeah.
See ya. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah, Casey Middlestat, I think
is exactly what we thought he was, or what everybody says he is. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have rewrote the narrative. He could have made a very interesting conversation come the draft, come free, like all everything. And now you're just like,
You could see why McKinnon screamed at him on national television.
Yeah.
And the an Avalanche series where he had 9 points or something like that in 7 games, but it's just like, yeah, you could put the points up. I don't even know how many points he got in this series, but like, it's just like the overall like, I I'm not gonna like because I like Middlestat. I think he's a serviceable NHL player. Don't get me wrong, but like if you're trying to win a Stanley Cup, he's probably not one of the guys like on your in your top six. And
Yeah, that's fair.
you, I'm not saying like Craig Button was right about everything he said about Middlestat, but like you saw like the shades of like why GMs shy away from that kind of player.
Yeah.
When it comes
Yeah,
down to like games that actually matter.
he had 2 assists in the series.
Yeah, mostly invisible.
Just unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable, man. And it is what it is. And I should start off this episode with that. We will be recording Thursday night back to our weekly schedule starting this Thursday. Uh so we're going to get into the off-season stuff, what we want them to do, what we expect them to do, and more of that kind of jazz Thursday when you get a new episode Friday. This one's going to be more so talking about the end of the series, the end of the season pressers, and the ping pong balls, the rigged ping pong balls. And but yeah, it's a lot of questions will be had about what do you do with Middlestat. Like, you don't have that much salary cap space. You can make a big signing, but you're competing with a lot of other people who have a lot more cap space. But again, we'll get into that over the coming weeks, and we'll start to touch on that this upcoming Thursday. But for now, yeah, man, this frustrating series. Like, it was nice to see Zaka show up because he hasn't been good in the playoffs with us. I thought he could have been better, and I thought he was snake bitten sometimes, but he I was definitely happy with his game. It just felt more it was just starting to feel like we have like regular season Pavel Zaka, and
Mhm.
I was really happy with him. I think Minton lost steam. Like, you just had some guys that just like blew their loads. Like, you you had Zadorov on a torn MCL. Once you lost Arvidsson, who was like arguably maybe one of your best offensive players. Um and then you're shuffling that 6D, whether it's Lorai, Yokiharu, or who
Harrison or
Harrison,
Harris, sorry.
Jordan
Harris,
Harris,
yeah.
yeah, like, and Jordan Harris didn't have a good game, but he also has barely played any hockey.
Yeah,
And
because it was
I
his
was
first game
Yeah.
in like 2
I
months
I was surprised
that
that
he
they
put him
actually
in.
before Yokiharu. I'm like,
I
that
didn't get that
I
Yeah.
either.
I kind of get what he was doing though, because he's a little bit more offensive, and the upside, like, it's there's a little bit more. I don't know. The ceiling's just higher with him, but
Mm,
is that the time to actually try it? And I thought when Yokiharu got in, he actually was fine, like
mm.
better than expected,
Yeah.
but it's just still not enough. Peak, not enough. I mean, Hampus Lindholm. I mean, you could argue that Hampus Lindholm was betting against the Bruins.
Yeah.
Like, you could argue that he was putting money on the game, because what the fuck did I see? He had like, I think he had one good game in the series, but he's just like a turnover machine.
Mhm.
Turnover machine. And I don't know. There's so many things you
I
could
thought he
take
was
away from
better
this series.
towards the end of this series, though. I will give Hampus that. Like, with the beginning of the series was like
I
really
think
tough to watch.
yeah, game 6. Well, game 5, I thought he was good. Game 6, I
Yeah.
didn't think he was good. I had too many turnovers. And it seems like the injuries are starting to take a toll on him. He looks slow. He looks indecisive. Like, he looks like the player who like second guesses everything he does, because he's just like not confident in his ability anymore. And maybe he just like knows his, like, he doesn't have the ability of what he used to be able to do. Like, it's just not the same Hampus Lindholm of old. And
Mhm.
it could just be a down year. It could be like nagging injuries and stuff because he said he was like his foot was still bothering him at times, but I don't know, man. He just like he's a little too soft. Like he's not fast. He's not smart enough. Like any, I don't know. I think he's just like second guess is way too much, and it's just like I don't want to fucking see that out of one of my top defensemen. Like I don't
Yeah,
want to see
someone
that.
with a letter on his jersey.
Yes, exactly. A fucking letter on his jersey. And we'll obviously get into that stuff down the road. Maybe, well, probably next episode, but because I think it's clear cut who should be captain now after some videos have surfaced. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. It is what it is. Like it was good experience for them. I'm glad guys like Minton got their nut and like Hustadinov and stuff, but it's a lot of question marks because what do you do with like and we'll talk more, we'll expand more on it Thursday, but like Elias Lindholm. This guy, you signed this guy to an 8-year deal, just shy of $8 million a year, and this guy has a nagging back injury. He got it like right after he signed the contract with us, I think.
Yeah.
Which
In
I
the
get,
off
like,
season.
yeah, in the off season, yes.
It
Which I
wasn't like
get,
it
like
happened during a play.
yeah, like in the off season training, and now it's like the second year in a row it's bothering him, and it's just like he looks slow. He at one point he wasn't taking face-offs, like one of your
I
best
saw
centermen,
that.
like
You have
not
Geeky
taking
in there.
face-off. Yeah,
I
it's
think
like, what are we doing?
that was the most frustrating part about him with for me at least was like I thought in game 1 and most of game 2 in Buffalo, I thought he was a bit of a rat.
Yeah, I thought
He
he
was
looked
getting
decent.
in there. He was
Yeah, no, I agree.
he was doing some shit away from the puck where I was like, oh, like maybe like is that from playing with Kachuk? Like there's a few elbows that he was like leaving out if you need, you know what I mean? Just like stuff where I was like, all right, if you're doing that too, like if that's what you're saving for the postseason, then like
Yeah.
maybe I won't hate your contract from October
Oh
to
yeah,
March,
yeah.
you know. But then all of a sudden they got back to Boston, and then he was just like, yeah, my back hurts.
My thing is like okay, so you see what Talk did with Couturier. I know you guys aren't watching the playoffs anymore.
I love
but
what he did with him because the Bruins fucking need that, dude.
yeah, but that's the thing. What he did was he limited his 5-on-5 minutes. So he's got him running like he's a guy, he's older, his back injuries, plays a lot of hockey, big dude. Talk was like, all right, you're a bottom 6 guy now because you play power play and penalty kill, and we need you to be good at those things.
Yeah.
And we need you to not get hurt. It's the same thing McDavid and Draisaitl are saying. Like, we got to play less minutes. Like, it's like playing us more doesn't mean we're gonna win.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think the game has changed so much that you need 3 top 6 lines. I know it sounds crazy, but like you have to like look at Dallas, look at Carolina,
it's
look
not
at these
even
teams still in it. Like
just that.
their talent is like what's the word I'm looking for? Accoladed,
Accoladed?
calibrated. I don't
Something
like it's
Well,
spread
look
out.
at- look-
The talent,
look at
the talent's
Florida
spread
the
out,
last-
right?
the last 2 or the last 3 cup finals. Like Anton Lindell's a top center in 31 other teams.
Your
and he's
third
a
line.
third line center.
Listerine and Marshawn and
Marchell.
Lindell, Lindell, the both of them together. All right. And you got like like Matthew Tkachuk plays on the second line of that team. The first line's like Barkov, Verhage, and Reinhardt. Like you gotta. What I'm saying is like it's okay if your first line is Geeky Husnadina or Geeky Minton and Pasternak, or let's say next year Geeky Higgins Pasternak. Like that's okay. Because Pasternak is all-world talent, and like Geeky can score 50 goals. It's okay to have a guy who's maybe probably a third, second liner, like playing above his minutes. You saw Minton do it this year. You saw Husnadinov. You saw that quote, Bobby. I know I'm not really on Twitter right now, but when I pop in every so often, I saw that quote you tweeted about how Pasternak went to Husnadinov. It's like the players that in the NHL or these teams that are succeeding is because Matt Duchene's playing on a line with Wyatt Johnson and fucking Jason Robertson, and it's the third line on Dallas because
Yeah.
like that's the way their talent is allocated. I'm pretty sure that's the word. I'm pretty sure I used it right. But that's
Yes. There you
yes,
go.
there you go. Okay, I'm
Great
back. Sorry,
word.
sorry, boys. My
Delivered
brain's a
so
little
well,
mush.
too.
I had to circle the airport a couple times. I was at Logan. Oh,
He
they
was
weren't
there.
ready. They weren't ready to take me in yet. But anyways, what I'm saying is like it's okay if your second line is like Hagens, Zaka, and I don't know who the other guy is, but like you know what I mean? Like it's essentially what I'm getting at is it's okay if Elias Lindholm's your third line center next year and he's playing still 16 minutes a night and he's probably gonna perform 5-on-5 like he did this year. Not at all. And that's fine because he's better at shutting players down. Like, why aren't you using him like Jordan Stahl? Why aren't you using him like Sean Couturier? Like, why he's this what Nicholas Backstrom did at the end of his career. He had to sacrifice playing with Ovi for the betterment of the team. And it's like that's where the Bruins have always not been very good at doing that. But it's like this is where the league is going now. It's a young league. Like I sent you guys that text a couple before the right when the season or series 2 ended or series 1 ended. When it's like Buffalo, Montreal, Anaheim. Like what do these teams all have in common? Philly. They're all fucking young. You know, like they've got speed. They sprint instead of having 18 bottom 6 guys that are like good locker room guys and vets, they sprinkle them out through their lineup. Like, you know, like you got the Phillies third line was Denver, Barkey, Hathaway, and Michikov. Who gives a shit? If it works, man. Like Benson was playing on the fourth line against us, scoring what 4 goals in the
I will
series.
say if Elias can come back to form a little bit, he would be a great third line centerman for us. And you think back to these Bruins teams that were like competing for the Stanley Cup Finals and like took it to Game 7 in 2019, and when we were just dominating and making these runs. One of the best things about the Bruins is that they had the ability and that they were fortunate enough to be able to roll a third line out there that could shut down any line, but also produce as well. I mean, remember 2019 when we had Charlie Coyle as our third line centerman. We got Marcus Johansson, and then
I know.
who's that third line winger?
Heinen.
Was it Heinen? Oh, Heinen. Was it?
Right? Wasn't it? It was. I thought it was Coyle,
I thought it was
Mojo,
like
and
a mix.
Heinen.
It could have been. It probably was for a few games at least. But yeah, like that
I could be wrong. I thought that was the line.
I mean,
I think it was Heinen, yeah.
But either way, when you won the cup,
It
your
wasn't
third
bad
line.
anyways, yeah.
When you won the cup in 2011, your third. I know it's a little different, but your third line was a young Marchand, a young Bergeron, and a young Tyler. Or no, not Tyler Seguin. Yeah, but either way, whatever. Mark Recchi, that's who I was thinking of. That's sprinkling the vets, you know, and it's just like I don't know. I'm happy with how this season went in a stand. Like you could have just been Philly and got swept in the second round, and like what experience do you really get from that? I'm sure it does help them a bit, but at least they pushed 6 games. Like we were talking last pod, like how embarrassing it was, the effort and great. I don't know if it was game 3 or 4 at home.
but
like,
It was after game 4. Yeah.
Yeah, and so game 5, you at least played. Probably it was a really good game. You played probably one of your better games in the series, and then game 6 was just like it's like I said to you guys. It sucks. I forgot how much this feeling sucks when like. I use the Tampa explanation. Like it's game 4 and you're like, God damn it, it's fucking over. There's still 2 more games. Like fuck, and you can just tell like the writing's on the wall. But at least they came back and they didn't completely roll over. But yeah, it's just like there's a lot of I know we're gonna get to it, but this showed us the changes that need to be made, and that's the best thing that could have come out of this.
Yeah.
I just want to jump in game 6 quick fast, like because you're right. It was like we knew it was over, but there's also just like that whole second period in game 6, like Buffalo was like teasing us. They're begging
Oh yeah.
the Bruins to tie or just to take the lead into the third. And like I think that's what like will haunt the core, as it were, throughout the summer, is being like, if we just had someone else or something else,
One other guy.
Victor doesn't get injured or whatever. It's like maybe,
But
it's a big question mark. But yeah, that was the most frustrating part. It was just like
but it's
game 3,
also
game 6. Yeah, man. They begged us to get back into the games.
But Bobby, it's like we already knew like this was the position they were in. Like you really had to outplay Buffalo to win this series because they have more firepower than you, and they allocated it through the lineup way fucking better than we did. And I don't know if that's a organizational issue or a Sturm issue or what, but it's like you lost the series because you wouldn't go away from the geeky Lindholm Pastrnak line, and I'll die on that hill. I think if you switch the lineup sooner, and you juggle things around a little better and like make it more even depth wise throughout your lineup, I think you have a way better chance of winning that series because that first line just doesn't work. And if I see it again next year, it's like, because that's the thing that I was thinking too. It's like unless you're going to because this is another thing too. Like the organization's not as cutthroat as it was. I don't know if it's because like Sweeney's afraid to be Vegas or like what it is, but I remember a day when they sat David Backes in Game 7 because he got back issues. And so now we're having a conversation where are we not talking to Lindholm in the same way because it was Sweeney signing? Like, this is where I'm like having a problem with this now because it's like any other organization would go to Lindholm and be like, all right, like this is really unfortunate, but like unless you're going to get this back thing fixed, you can either pick a team, give us a list of teams you want to go to, or you're getting LTIR'd. That used to be the old way Bruins did things. And I don't know if it's because this is a Sweeney signing itself, and we all know it is because he waxed poetically about it for a whole fucking summer, or if this is just like, if it's not as bad as we think this injury is, but like, I don't know. The recipes in the pudding, whatever that analogy is. I don't know. Proof is in the pudding. There we go. Proof is in the pudding. I got it.
My thing with Elias, and I do think, I mean, if they're, I don't know. I'm not going to defend Don Sweeney and co that much, but they're serious about what they said at their presser, and they're really like showing off their chest and like, look what we did this year. I think they're going to have that Elias Lindholm conversation sooner than we all think, because I think that dictates a lot of what they're going to do in the upcoming weeks. Like, if Elias isn't good to go, then you can't move Patra.
Dude, the way they make it sound, though, they make it sound like, yeah, and there's no problem with Elias. He's just going to change his training this summer. It's like, okay.
Well, I think they're also trying to talk themselves into believing that too, though.
Yeah, like
I think they're trying to talk it into existence, So, I don't know, man. There's so
but it's kind of like what Bobby's saying too. Okay, so what happens when you package Laura and Patra for fucking Jordan Kyrou this summer, and then Elias Lindholm's like, I'm retiring from hockey. I'm LTIRing from hockey. And now you don't have a third line center.
Yeah. That's right.
You know what I mean? Like I get where you're getting with this. Like you have to have this, but like, I'm just afraid Don Sweeney's like, nah, it's good. It's good. Cause like, he doesn't, like Boosie said, he doesn't want to believe he fucked up this hard.
And before anyone comes at you and is like, let me just reinforce your statement here. Because before anyone comes at you and like, oh yeah, I know. Don Sweeney thought thought that he was going to get Brad Marchand the package, or he was going to get the package.
He thought he was going to get. Yeah.
And then on top of that, he thought he was going to re-sign him on July 1st.
Or Bennett or Ekblad, one of the three. He thought he was getting one of the three.
Absolutely gaslit himself into this unreal existence.
When they signed Elias Lindholm, though. When they signed Elias Lindholm, though, you did go out there and get the best center on the market at the time. But man, it's just like
We all knew this was gonna fucking happen.
we knew it was gonna
I just
happen.
didn't think it would happen the second year.
This soon, yeah, because
Like, what does
what
the
he
contract even hold? So
what he
continue talking,
what he
sorry.
gets paid now is essentially probably what a third line centerman's going to get paid in like 2 seasons from now.
And this is where I'm like, you're probably not gonna get rid of him, but like you need him to be good enough just to be a
Yeah.
3C. That's it. Because guess what? When fucking Corrali doesn't resign, then he's your 4C, and like yeah, it's really gonna suck having that $8 million on 4C. But what Couturier makes 10, and he's their 4C. Like he's just, sometimes you just gotta make this shit work. Like I don't know. Like there's not much more you can do. If he says no, you can't send him to the minors. Like there's no like
Yeah, I know. dude,
forcing
like,
a trade. Like it's this. He's our Darnell Nurse. There's no getting out from this contract
shut up.
unless there's a team that just has like you guys are saying. We have 20 million in cap space this summer. Some teams have 45. Some teams would take on his contract and not even blink. Because of what you guys are saying, it's just going up and up
Well,
and up. Like by
San
next
Jose
year,
San Jose has like 85 million in cap space next season. They could use another veteran.
they could literally play him in
They
4C and
also-
not even blink, not
Yeah.
even
They also
fucking
need to hit
blink,
the cap
dude.
floor.
Yeah,
That's a huge
and that's
thing.
another thing. But this is the problem now. Now you got to find somewhere. Like this is where you like have to have the Bobby conversation and go, where do you want to go? Because like honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if in the direction that St. Louis is going and where the how much cap space they have and rebuilding and wanting vets. Montgomery really liked him. I wouldn't be shocked if they're like, hey, if you want to go as a toss in, we will send you there. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's those deals that might come up, and those teams like Vancouver, he really liked it there. Like you never know, right? Like it also goes off of like off ice things as well, right? Like maybe
Yeah.
he's like, Boston's not what I really thought it was. Like I want to get back to where it's more
And
like
I-
Sweden in
and I'm not
Vancouver.
giving
like,
up on-
you know.
I'm not giving up on him, Elias Lindholm just yet.
No.
But
He
the-
can't be in
the-
your top 6 next year
The
and be
nagging back
successful.
injuries
Yeah.
and it's just like it's worrisome. And now you're tied to this for 6 more seasons. Like it's not coming to an end anytime soon. And that could go towards it just could go towards so much. You could trade for an RFA and sign him like a Jason Robertson.
Like
I know he's
okay,
not a centerman,
so
but like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 teams, and you could put an asterisk on 7 with New Jersey because they have 7.7 million. I think he makes 7.75.
yeah.
6 teams could take him today in a trade, no questions asked. And that's like during the playoffs, like making a transaction with teams that aren't in the playoffs and conforming to the bullshit cap that's still in place. Today, 6 teams. I'm sure that goes up to like 17 in the offseason. Like that's how much money we have laying around right now. And I heard EF say that like next year it might be 120 million. So like
Yeah.
you for sure could. We've got to the age of the NHL where like you can live with having an $8 million 4C, which is crazy. But like you could make it work and still be a competitive team with drafting properly,
You could,
bringing
but that
in young
sucks.
talent. Yeah, you could, but it sucks. But I'm just saying, like Philly's doing it. I know they actually got swept against Carolina. But you know, it worked in the first round, and I don't know. I'm just trying to, like you said, Boosie, look at a glass half full. Like I think they give it one more college try with Lindholm before they even actually have this like we need trade usage.
I think
conversation.
they have to till more salary cap space opens up and like
But you have to do it like you have to be like, hey, like we
Yeah,
need to allocate your minutes better.
yeah, because you're gonna like you just need to get it right. He can't be in your top 6 next season. You just got to ride it out as him as your 3C because you got Higgins who's going to be with the big club next year. You got Dean Letourneau who very likely could sign with the Bruins at the end of his college season
Sellers
next year.
too. Maybe it's a. He
Zellers,
probably
yeah.
would go to Providence, but still.
Yeah, he would definitely go because but Letourneau's a big boy.
Dude, you might have Locke Mellis coming, being healthy for the first time in this organization, battling for 3 or 4C next year.
Yeah, I hope he gets a true chance, and it's just
'Cause, like,
that's the tough thing is like bad contracts are just tying these guys down, like holding these guys down.
You have Lindholm no move until 2029.
Did you guys?
30.
Did you guys?
And then it's a 10-team no trade list,
who
which
it
is
was.
probably all Canadian teams.
And we'll talk more about it Thursday, but did you guys see someone did like a mock trade for trading for Elias Pettersson? I think we talked about it.
Know, dude.
I forget what he was gonna give up for it, but I was just like, what do we do? I think Letourneau was like one of the guys, and it's just like you want to take on that contract, and it's like no, like
no, thank
but
you.
Anyways, so the end of the season presser came around, right? And it was just kind of the same old story. We got to get faster, younger, whatever you say. But it's just like, or we got to get more skilled and we got to get faster. And it's just like, and you see what free agency is like now. It's not what it used to be. A lot of these guys just don't reach free agency anymore. And
offer sheets, I'm so pissed.
Offer sheets are gonna have to become a thing because like it's,
dude. I have this theory that offer sheets is the most passed by. I don't even know how to explain this. Like, it's something we're gonna look back in history and be like, I can't believe teams didn't use them when they had the chance. And now that the cap's going up so high, nobody's gonna be able. Like, Don Sweeney made a fucking joke about it in his year-end presser where he's like, I was thinking about doing an offer sheet this year, but team could probably match it because like the cap's just going up. At like, I think we're gonna look back on it at on what's his face, the St. Louis guy, Bobby
Armstrong.
Getting Holloway and Broberg. We're going to look at that as one of the greatest moves of all time in like 10 years when offer sheets are going to be like non-existent anymore. We're going to look at that and be like, he was a pioneer, but it never took off.
He's a pioneer. Come on.
He was, dude. Like,
you're onto something to that because I think Holloway and Broberg, without them, they are a lottery team. And
dude, Holloway just signed that nice ticket too.
Yeah, and if Edmonton has them, they're still in the playoffs.
It's crazy
what happens.
It's crazy that offer sheet happened. They did not match it like that.
Dude, Stan Bowman was like 2 weeks on the job.
But the thing is,
what a horrible dude. It was. We're gonna look at that move by Jim, right? Or what's his name?
Mm-hmm. Doug Armstrong.
Sorry, I always forget.
Is it Doug Armstrong in the Blues and then Bill Armstrong with the...
Yeah, that one always, and then Jim Montgomery, it always messes me up. But anyways, we're gonna look at Doug Armstrong and we're gonna be like, that is one of the greatest like free agent signings / like heists in NHL history. Because look at what happened to Edmonton. If they should have just matched it. Like, they had the money. They could have made it work, but they were stubborn and they were mad and upset the players, and they let emotion get in the. And Doug Armstrong knew all this was gonna happen, and it was precision.
Well, my favorite part about that, and just on the topics of offer sheets, is like because it's like frowned upon within the league, and which I always thought was the funniest thing because you have all these like GMs and owners that are like, oh, that's a dick move if you do that. Like, it's like, we will never forget. And then like they turn around, the same people will turn around and like give Joe Quenneville a job, give Carter Hart a job, like Dylan Dubé. And then it's like, yeah, well, these guys made a mistake, it's fine. I'm like, oh, this guy made an advantage. He used the tools that are legally allowed to be there, but you can't do that because old man Lou would frown upon you from his emperor's office in the island. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I do think like there's going to be a generation that does come that just doesn't give a shit about being friends with the 31 other GMs. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really work out in your favor. Like,
well, it was kind of nice to hear Don Sweeney, like, he referenced Doug Armstrong, and he was like, Doug said, like, I would have done it if it was my mom, the GM. And like that's how we have to be too. And I was like, good. Like go get Robertson. Like that's the thing. Like I'm looking. You could offer Sheet Bedard. Chicago's just gonna match it. You could offer Sheet Nemec. New Jersey probably matches it, but it puts them in some cap hell. Like you're not. The Ducks are gonna match Leo Carlson. Boosie will kill Sweeney if we get Zegras, and Philly would match it anyways. Jason Robertson is literally like you could go after Fantilli, but Columbus is just gonna match whatever deal you give him.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like Perfetti, Winnipeg will just match the deal. They'll be like, "Thank you for doing the work for us." You know what I mean? Like there's organizations out there that literally would thank Don Sweeney for doing all the groundwork because the team or the player wouldn't sign the contract that they want, right? So it's like, I don't know. I guess Anaheim's in a weird spot with a couple players, but you're pretty much only options to go off Jason Robertson. And unless you are giving up 4 first-round picks, Dallas can match any contract you're going to give him. So it's just like it. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a really interesting offseason.
But does Dallas want to? That's the big thing.
Dallas would probably take the 4 first-round picks, to be honest.
Yeah, I honestly believe that they're all in on that Brady. I 100%. That makes way too much sense.
If they get those 4 first picks, they'll just go get Brady. Yeah.
Yeah. And whatever. Ottawa will build a super team that beat us in March and then get swept in the first round. Like, I'm not too concerned.
Yeah, 2032.
It's not like those first round picks will go to the new arena, you know. It's not a plumbing system. You know. They have bigger concerns up there in Ottawa.
If I'm the Bruins, I'm going after Carey Price this offseason. I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
I just circling back to Elias Lindholm, and we'll circle back with the ping pong balls. But once the dust settled and everyone blew up my phone and laughed at me and ha ha ha, I was like, maybe having a random first round pick down the road when you have a few contracts that are kind of shit, maybe not the end of the world.
I also, but Bobby, what like in saying that I think offer sheets are gonna go away, I think paying a high price like the NBA to get rid of contracts is gonna go away.
I fucking hope so. Don Sweeney hopes.
I honestly think it's gonna go away just because like it's supposed the cap might go up $15 million next offseason to make it an even 120. I would literally eat Lindholm's money and just be like, "You're not playing. You're fucking sitting on the bench."
And there are going to be teams
like, that'll happen.
And hope he just demands a trade, and then
literally, it's gonna happen.
Just trade him for future considerations.
Because like, think about this. So who are you gonna like? You're not gonna pay anybody. I'd pay John Carlson probably $7 million times 2 this offseason. I might give Trouba 2 times like 6, maybe. Just because you need a bottom pairing heavy guy that'll kill someone. But like I'm looking at this, like you're not giving Charlie Coyle money, you're not giving Evander Kane money, Ovechkin's gonna go home, McCarr's probably gonna sign, you're not giving Line A money. Like I'm looking at these, so it's like you're not gonna spend money this offseason unless you go get a guy like Jason Robertson.
I also don't think it's worth it with these UFAs to go out there and like truly spend
exactly
the money. Like there's like you said, like there's some RFAs you could go after. You have the draft picks now and such, but like you without
so you might have 30 million next offseason.
Yeah. Well,
crazy.
Depends what
and have Lindholm still on your books. Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like if you don't go get a Robertson or something and you run it back and you have these young guys for how many, like you still got Minton will need a contract next year, but like Higgins, you still got 2 years. Like all the, you got all these entry level contracts.
Then you're gonna have like Letourneau come in and just like on an entry level. So you'll have some house money down the road. Unfortunately, just not this off season, but so you do have the draft picks. So like you have draft capital that you could trade away for some RFAs. Because I don't think you can sit there and do what you did. I don't think you can sit there and do the same thing you did last offseason, sign some bottom 6 guys. Like the good thing is, I guess it's good and bad. However way you want to look at it, is that the Bruins there's Arvidsson who's up, and then there's like Peak. You don't really have to fill too many spots. But do you really want to bring back the same guys just because like you can't just fill up those 2 spots and then be like, all right, so we're gonna run it back. Like even if you get a guy like Jason Robertson and someone else on the back end or whatever, or Bruins or Providence Bruins player takes that back end position. But you heard players talk, you heard at the end of the season, you heard Sturm talk about it. He made some comments. You heard Pasternak say like he made some pretty clear and cut dry like comments
Eye-opening.
like yeah, like hey, I'm not getting any younger. I want to get back to another fucking Stanley Cup. And
Probably got like 3 really good years left with him. Like
and when
really
you're
good years.
and talking like he's got one of the best contracts in the goddamn league right now. And when he speaks up like that and he makes comments like that, and you've probably everyone who's listening has probably seen that clip of behind the B of him in the locker room after that Sunday matinee game 4 game. He was livid. I think it's
No, it was after the first period.
yeah. It was after the
Yeah.
first period, but
Down 4-0.
like that's your future captain more than likely. And if he speaks out like that, especially publicly, I can only imagine what it's like behind closed doors when he's talking to like what his conversation was like with Don Sweeney and Cam Neely for their end of the season meetings. You got to go out there and get someone when he's basically on his hands and knees begging for help. This guy wants to get back there. He's hungry for it, man. He wants a Stanley Cup. He wants another deep run. Between what he put up with last season, missing the playoffs, and just like still like he played an MVP caliber season last season, just trying to drag this team to even win games or like play competitive games, not just get into the playoffs. He was doing everything and anything possible when Swayman was a no-show all last season, and other guys too. And this guy like kind of transformed his game this season to make other players around him better. And now he's saying like, hey, like we got to do something. We don't have the skill. Sturm kind of made the same comments too. Like we don't have the skill. We don't have the guys. And we need, because you're not one guy away. You need 2 guys. You need a guy up front and you need a guy on the back end. Because unless somehow Hampus Lindholm can get back to form and Zadorov is healthy and like McAvoy's fully healthy, because McAvoy had a hell of a season despite what he dealt with all this fucking season. And that's also all assuming that you get the same Swayman as you did this season. But I don't know, man. It's just you got to do something. Like these pressers that we watched or listened to were very eye-opening for this whole fan base. Or if they weren't, then I don't know what the hell you were listening to, because it's everyone was basically begging for more help.
You know what it kind of, you guys know I do this at the end of every season. I just take like a nice week off Twitter, distance myself from the hysteria. I read it. I see
thanks
it.
for the heads up, man.
Yeah. Thanks for telling us now. This is how we find out.
I do this every year, boys. We know this. Pools start. When pools start, it's tough to be on Twitter all day. But what I was gonna say was I was reading some of the hysteria and like I'm seeing like the crazy takes and like I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna sit back and watch. But that's one thing I noticed. One thing I noticed is a lot of the people that have been tear it down, rebuild it, are now like, all right, you either tear it fully down or we gotta finish this retool and like speed this up for the guys that are trying to win one here, because you fucked up with it for Bergie. Are we really not fucked up? Sorry, he won a cup. I just mean like the way you went about it with that chord at the end. Even they say there's things they should have done differently, right? But they probably want to rewrite those wrongs. And in my opinion, Pasternak is the greatest Bruin that I have ever seen on the ice. And if that guy doesn't win a cup, it's a colossal fuck up. And it just kind of felt like the vibe shifted from like, all right, let's continue to rebuild, retool, to like, all right, we got to get past McAvoy some help here. You know, that it just kind of felt like with the like from the season's end to like a couple days, I guess until the GM presser, you just saw the
Yeah.
shift in like, all right, you got to go out and get one of Robertson, Kyrou, or Thomas. You got to go out and get like your Carlson, Trouba, or maybe you find a young right-handed shot D. And then in this draft, you probably want to draft a high-end D as high as you can, and then get as much more forward help as you can with your second pick, and just kind of go on from there. But I don't know. I just felt like you could kind of see that cosmic shift a little bit online, and people like legitimately people that were like so far on the other side. I've seen them just like, what?
No, you lagged a bit when you were like,
Oh, no, sorry. I was just saying, like, you can see the cosmic shift of people that I've seen for the past year and a half be like, tear it all down. You know, anything that's not bolted down, get rid of it. They're now like, all right, we got to go get them help, because like you can hear it in Pasternak and McAvoy's, and even Swayman to an extent now. Like those are your three guys. Those are your horses. That's your three-headed horseman right there. Build around that speed and skill. You've built the foundation of the locker room and culture coming back. Now you need to supplement what you couldn't last season and get rid of some of your assets in the cupboard, and bring in something that's going to help these guys today.
yeah,
And this kind of goes into the ping pong balls and where they fell. Like, it's tough to know whether you keep those picks or not.
Yeah,
But
like,
it's
do you guys want to get into that now, or Bob, do you have anything else you want to add?
Nah, you guys are. I'm down to get into the ping pong balls.
Yeah, like, you can't keep all those picks.
Never,
it's not
never
for
liked the
certain
number
yet.
12, boys. Never liked the number 12.
Yeah,
Never
fuck
liked it.
Shattenkirk.
Also,
he was number 12.
7, 2, 11, 12.
Oh, no, he was
Fuck
22,
off.
I think, actually. Yeah, it's just, listen, before we even,
I'm not saying it was aliens. It was aliens.
anyone who went back and watched that video in slow-mo and saw Winnipeg right there, Winnipeg.
Pretty sure it happened in 2016 too.
Well,
I can't remember. That's 10 years ago.
The irony in both, they said it was live and it actually wasn't live. And but Winnipeg right here, Toronto right here. Somehow.
My favorite part is when people like, how are you supposed to rig that? And then like it's like there's literally videos.
How do you even know it's live? How do you even know it's live?
Online of ping pong, like of like metal weighted ping pong balls or whatever, and they get sucked up faster.
Like, you can't make this shit up. My brother texted me right away. He's like, because we were talking about it earlier in the day, and I said I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto gets the first overall pick. And he texted me like as soon as it happened. He's like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm telling you, man. Like, the Leafs are Bettman and the NHL's golden child. Like, they make the most money for the league, and without a doubt. And when their captain and one of their best players is like, hey, like I probably want out of here at the end of my contract.
No, he said no. He said you have 3 months to figure it out.
Yeah, like but that was basically what he was basically saying. He like wants out. Like, he wasn't.
Not even 24 hours later, they get the first overall pick.
Basically in the same day they get gifted the first overall fucking pick.
Dude, I was elbows deep in a green pool. I could just smell the worms and like fucking duck shit. And I just looked up at my dad and my brother, and I was like, because it was the day when all that shit was going on, when Chaika was getting ripped a new one, and I just looked up and we were talking about it, and I just looked
for this bullshit.
Dude, I looked up at them and I was like, with all the shit going on today, they're 100% gonna get gifted the first overall pick tomorrow. Another thing too, people being like, what? No. Everyone's forgetting Gary Bettman is very, very he's got poopy pants syndrome. He doesn't like when people shit on things he does or the decisions he makes. You know who hired Chaika as the GM when he was in Phoenix? Gary fucking Bettman.
And
It's
didn't
when
have to
he
get
owned the team.
reinstated and stuff too.
Are you kidding me? Yes. He should never, what he was doing, he should never be allowed to be a GM again. Like it's like a big no in the
Like
junior
all
world.
four sports.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
a big no. Like secret workouts or whatever they call them. I forget what they call them. But it was a massive problem in the NCAA for a long time. So, and people talk about his suspension for that is like one of the weakest of all time, like in making children work out when they weren't supposed to.
And now he gets gifted.
Like people
the
get
first
banned
overall
for
pick,
life.
and
Yeah.
like,
Like the NCAA even goes swifter with punishment for that, and they are known for very, very light punishments.
My take with that is like and I'm shocked Gary turned around, but like he like put the integrity of the league.
I think it puts a black eye on his legacy and everything he's done over the past couple years with Vegas and Utah and shit. Like I think it just undoes everything he's done with Vegas and Utah.
I see people out there.
On top of that, sorry, I just want to say one more thing. Just because on top of that, it's like it's not that John Shaika did that. It's that John Shaika got caught.
Yeah.
So everyone else, all the networks, all the because at the end of the day, the NHL are still at the cousins table. They're not eating with the big kids,
step kids,
and
step kids.
Yeah,
step kids. I've been there.
They'll forever be in there, and you know it poses the question of how many other GMs do that.
Oh yeah.
You know, it forever like stains the league where you go like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm trying to think if like anything similar has happened in
dude. It was
sports.
London Knights that he made do it too.
Oh.
It always is, dude. It always
thrilled
is.
with that when that came out.
It always.
I'll say it's one too.
Dale Hunter's a psycho. That's why.
Just with the pinball balls, and I know a few people were out there saying, "Oh, you're crazy to think that it was rigged." First Stanley Cup playoffs in 10 years where the Toronto Maple Leafs aren't in it. This is This is at the aftermath of the Toronto Blue Jays going to Game 7 of a World Series. So if you're not successful instantly after that, you're gonna have big trouble. Edmonton Oilers get dusted a night or two before the draft lottery. Mm-hmm. So your Rogers lay it on line commercial gone.
The only team that's left that what's it called? The only team that's left that's sponsored in the NHL in the playoffs is sponsored by Rogers' rival, Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Montreal Canadiens are all Bell, dude. Quebec is very Bell. They are not Rogers at all.
Yeah,
they're anti-Rogers.
they're and here's the thing. Like they spent 1.4 billion. I think it was 1.9 actually, but billion dollars to get the copy of the rights.
It's a $1 trillion organization
for the next 10 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't look me in the eye and say that didn't influence the pinball, whatever. I can't even speak because I'm so rattled. You can't tell me that. I've seen that company do way more evil shit.
Do you know what I've had some insider information as somebody in Toronto who said
Toronto's evil, bro. Yeah,
dude, that was saying that Scotiabank's licensing comes up soon for Scotiabank's place, and apparently Rogers already has the contract locked up.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have two Rogers arenas that stare at each other across the street. Like
well, you're gonna have
not a monopoly,
Rogers
dude.
Sportsplex,
yeah, Vancouver's already Rogers Place. Edmonton's Vancouver's Rogers Center. Edmonton's Rogers Place. Calgary's the Rogers Saddle Dome. Like it's so fuck. The fucking That's Rogers crazy. Center. Like, dude, they own everything. And then now on top of it, they own CBC and Sportsnet. So it's just
I'm just like
and now they just got Bobby.
I know. Yeah, I already knew that. If you're watching on YouTube, Bobby just disappeared as that got brought up.
They got him. We're just gonna see flashes and they're gonna be like,
yeah. There he is. And he's muted.
You're
He's
still
not
muted,
even-
bro.
Yeah, you're muted. Muted.
Still muted.
I was just messing.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
I'm back. I'm back.
So I see a lot of people who are like, oh, you're a fucking idiot if you actually think this is rigged and yada yada yada. It's like, dude, I don't care. Like, I
You
don't
can
believe
rig way easier thing or way harder things. Like elections have been rigged in our
Shout out
lifetime.
Al
in
Gore.
anything. And if Butchercross is involved in it, it's already sketchy.
Dude,
Like,
remember
it's
we were
already
texting,
stupid.
Boosie, we were texting. I was like, why'd they just go to commercial to finish
That's
dropping the
exactly.
balls? And then they came back and just showed them standing around. I was
But
like,
then
you
they
could have
went to
left it in picture the whole time.
They went to commercial too right before they picked the last ball. Number
Yeah.
12.
And then did you notice for the second ball they didn't go to commercial one time?
Yeah, it's just like I don't give a fuck, man. That thing was fucking rigged up the ass. Like there's not
Rigged and poorly produced. Like
Yeah.
that shit was
Yeah.
never good.
Yeah, like you
Like, that
even
was- yeah.
you, when you had to show your work, it wasn't good either.
like what, yeah,
Two
like,
we
what
could
are
have
we even
produced a
doing
better
here?
draft lottery.
Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse type shit. Like it's fucking pathetic, man. And you want to be respected. And Gary Bettman, clear as day, doesn't have a gag reflex because
Another thing-
this guy's just
Sure.
a fucking cum guzzler for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He will do everything and anything
Do you-
for them.
uh,
I'm fucking sick of it.
have you
sick
seen
of
how
it.
like people are like? Do you notice how Matt Sundin wasn't even surprised?
Yeah, he's just.
He
like,
was just
shit,
like-
I forgot to
He's
act
like, yeah,
surprised.
that's part of the deal.
Yeah.
And he was like,
That's part of the
"Oh
deal."
yeah." It's like, no, it's because there was the delay. I'm like, oh, there was a 2.5 minute delay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he knew the day he got named to that position,
Mm.
and it's just several.
Another
things
thing,
here.
too-
You got to get hold on. You got to get rid of
Go.
the protected picks. I don't give a fuck. I've been saying this before the Bruins even got hosed. Get rid of the protected picks because now a pick that you traded in 2025 you can't use till 2028. All right, and then like
Dude, two things.
yeah, gone.
No, get rid of that in the next CBA. Get rid of protected picks and get rid of no movement clauses.
Yes,
I don't
that
care
too.
if keep no trade clauses, but the backdoor clause in a no trade clause should be you can send someone to the minors if they refuse to be traded.
Yeah,
that should be into play. It makes it
Yeah.
more interesting. And
Art-
if you hold up on your end of the bargain, they shouldn't have to send you to the minors. That's my way of looking at it. If
Another
you hold
thing,
up
too-
your end of the bargain and you actually perform to the contract or enough that they wouldn't waive you to the fucking AHL, then you know what? You get to play, be in the NHL, being
Yeah,
a fourth
and-
liner, making
another
10
thing,
million.
too,
But
thing,
on the
too,
other
yeah.
side, get rid of that fucking shit.
Don't and another thing too they got to add to the CBA. Don't let teams get penalized so much by having to buy out a player. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah, who
I think we can adjust. Like
you know why? Because it comes out of Gary's pocket. It comes out of the insurance of the NHL. That's why.
fucking who gives a fuck? Jesus
It's
Christ.
same as
another
LTIR
thing,
money.
I get that there's a lottery for a reason for tanking and stuff, but when teams are clear as day tanking, like that's fucking bullshit. That's fucking
Like
bullshit.
Toronto,
You-
just like up
like-
6-0, going into the third,
Yeah.
losing 7-6. Like, come on, man.
Florida not playing anyone. They just called up the whole AHL team and
Mm.
said, or no, they even
No.
called up some fucking ECHL guys.
Yeah,
like,
but
hey,
Florida did that and won, dude. They ruined their
Yeah.
they did that a couple times
Oh,
at the
yeah,
end of the year and
because
won the
when
games.
you get,
They
when you
like
get guys
us.
like that,
Because Bobrovsky's like, oh, you're not signing me. I'm gonna hit you.
well,
where they
when
hate me."
when you get guys like that too, who is like, even if they're being told like, hey, don't win this fucking game, it's like, what do we have to lose? Like, we're AHL players. Maybe someone wants to seize us and makes a trade or signs us in the offseason. There's guys playing for contracts and careers there. But when you have a guy like William Nylander, who's been proven to quit on his team several times, just clear as day lollygagging out there, guys like him, Tavares, like
do you see Nylander and Nyes at I think it was at a Scepters game at the or I call it ACC Scotiabank Place, whatever. And they got the word that McKenna or they got first
Oh, I
overall
did- I
pick
did
and
see that picture,
they're like
yeah.
laughing at the phone together. I'm like,
yeah,
It's so crazy because like I'm watching Minnesota. I'm like, man, Minnesota just needs an Austin Matthews. And I'm like, that's all over because Gary couldn't let go that his prodigal child Shaika was getting ripped in the media, so they had to give. Like it's just like it literally them getting the first overall pick. I think changed the landscape of what would have happened this summer, in my opinion.
Yeah. No,
I'm I'm not so convinced.
Yeah, but like Willie's not gonna leave unless he asks.
Oh, Willie was never leaving.
Yeah, I think there was a possibility if Matthews leaves that Willie left. I do think there was a possibility.
That would change my mind. I mean, I don't think Willie would leave first. I still think
Oh no,
Austin's
yeah,
out. And I think them winning the draft lottery and all these Leaf fans coming, like I don't know. I just want to say something. If you're gonna troll me 15 hours after I put out a tweet, toss me a follow, give the subscription to the podcast. Like these Buffalo and Toronto fans, I've had a lot of stalkers in my life. You need to do better. But like now that the dust is settled, I'm like
Boston fans.
Yeah. But if you're Austin Matthews, does them not winning the draft lottery, because if he leaves, he's gonna be a villain no matter what. But him leaving now because they have the number 1 pick and potentially his replacement, that kind of eases it a little bit. And I think what Toronto fans are forgetting, the Toronto media, even what we're forgetting, his career almost ended and no one did anything.
Oh yeah.
That's probably what's playing in his mind. Like he got like
it's cool they're gonna get McKenna.
Anything. Like, he's probably thinking more like, someone touches Tage Thompson in Buffalo, everyone's brawling.
It's like the text message I sent you guys about the one pool client we have. I was like, congrats on McKenna, bro. And he was like, I don't give a fuck. That's not gonna fucking change anything. Like what? That just makes things fucking worse. And real Leafs fans know that did nothing. It just means it puts them in a weirder situation. And it
extends the mediocrity that they're in.
Yeah, and it's like this is the thing too. Like people forget. Yeah, McKenna put up 52 points in 35 games, but there's a reason why he didn't win the Holby Baker. He played Rhode Island like 3 times this year and got 15 points in 3 games. Like you know what I mean? Like it's not like he was playing Hockey East or
did you
Big
see his
10
mom?
Or like whose mom?
McKenna's mom.
No.
I want, dude.
She got arrested or like a ticket or like fined for something like for selling booze to underage kids. Like the day all that shit happened.
It doesn't shock me.
It just came. I just saw it like today or yesterday or something like that.
It doesn't shock
something
me.
wild.
Yeah, dude. But I was talking to Dad about this because I saw that McKenna was supposed to go to the World Championships, and then he backed out last minute. And I was like, yeah, because he doesn't want to get exposed, man.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you that's his agent being like, nah, you got first locked up now with Toronto. Like, they're not going to take Stenberg, who they probably should. They probably should take Stenberg, in my opinion, if I was the Leafs. Or I'd trade down and get a player, another young player, and get a defenseman, which they really need. But they won't do that because they're just going to see the eye on the prize.
Might. I mean, there's already McKinnon jerseys.
Dude, that's my thing is like
just double bubble, man.
It's not like I think he'll come in and struggle more than Higgins did. Like Leafs fans, like, I don't know. I've watched McKenna the past couple of years. I've been a big like McKenna lost the first overall spot to me guy over the past year.
Shane
and watching Stenberg, dude, this kid's 17. Like he's got Celebrini vibes to him. Like the way he plays around men in Sweden compared to what McKenna did in the shitty NCAA division. Like, I don't know. And that's just me personally talking, but it's just hilarious to me that when like Leafs fans are like, this guy's going to be a point per game player when Boston gets that pick. I'm like, I'm not so sure of that. Like, you guys think he's Patrick Kane, and like, yeah, that's his projection, but like, I don't think he's Patrick Kane yet. And I don't like the way Patrick Kane came into the league was a lot different, and he was a lot different of a player. And I don't know. I watched McKenna lose us medals, or I guess we got a bronze, but lose us medals at back-to-back World Juniors because he gave up on plays or he got pissy pants or, you know, and like, I don't know. He's a hell of a player. Don't get me wrong. He's a hell of a fucking player, but I just don't think he's
Sure.
going to make this jump like everyone else thinks he's going to. Like, he's not Celebrini.
No, I mean, there's not many Celebrinis out there.
Yeah.
Captain Celebrini, that is.
Yeah, dude. I
Yeah.
saw that.
That's
I was
crazy,
like,
dude.
dude,
That's
it's not, though.
crazy.
It's not that crazy, though.
San Jose's so ticked. Like, oh, so spoiler alert.
Yeah,
The funniest thing of
Will Smith is the
all
captain of the San Jose Sharks.
funniest thing of all of the ping pong ball bullshit is Mike Greer being mad about getting another second overall pick. He was like, fuck this fucking shit. I don't want this second overall pick. Like, he looked so mad.
Dude, no, like, but he looked mad, but he could do
They're gonna get Stenberg and like this is
he's got the
or he
face
could
going,
trade
that's why.
back. Or he could trade back and
If
get his
I'm him-
stockpile, like
if I'm him, I trade back, get a legit NHLer and you need a right-handed shot defenseman.
you need a defense.
You need a right-handed shot defenseman. But take the best player available, like Stenberg and Celebrini
Yeah.
on the same line for the next fucking
Will
dude.
Smith.
That would be
Who's that
You're
other
probably
kid they have?
Eklund. You're probably
Eklund,
trading
yeah.
him in the end, but man.
Well, someone's got to go for a defenseman.
Oh, Cole Caulfield finally scored a 5-on-5 goal.
The
Wait,
cock. I
wait,
will
is
say
that-
this.
Is that the one that I think it got? Oh no.
Oh, did it?
No, I
there
thought
was
it got
another one
called
called
back.
Yeah.
I will quickly say on the San Jose Sharks thing, not that we're going to do the draft
We're
thing.
about
just
to
we're
wanna
gonna
say,
be
podcast,
Only
but,
Sharks going forward.
might have
the
to.
last time
Yeah.
the Vancouver
We're next
the last
season.
time the Vancouver Canucks had the third pick, they traded up.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, but see, the thing with
They got both
Vancouver,
Sedins in that one, but
the thing with Vancouver is they want Malhotra. Like, if they're not getting McKenna, they want Malhotra's son. So they're exactly where they want to be.
you know what's funny?
yeah, but San Jose could easily be like, we're taking him.
watching
They
some
could.
of those draft parties, like
They'd have him. Yeah.
people are at bars in Vancouver jerseys that put McKenna like over the name of
Oh.
like whatever. And I'm like, you look like such
Do you
Grown-ass
know
man.
do you know whose jersey they put it over?
who?
A current Vancouver Canuck.
Oh my
Hedel.
god. That's
Hedel wears 72.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. But
Came over in the JT Miller trade. He's always got concussions from New York.
oh. Yeah.
Spelled Chidel.
Yes, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that yeah.
Literally put it over a current guy's jersey.
Jesus.
It's a tough look.
Yeah, that's tough, but oh well, shit happens, huh? Grown ass man doing shit like I don't know, shit like that's weird.
The
but
worst.
I'm glad we're not one of those teams that will ever do a fucking watch party.
Dude, what did I say to you guys fucking last year
I don't
after
know,
we
Brett.
went down 2 spots and I was like, I'm done with the draft lottery. I never want to be in this shit again. And what do you know? It fucks us in back-to-back years. I'm so done with the draft lottery. I'm
technically
I'm
we
very
weren't
much
in
on
it, but we
team.
weren't, but yeah, I get it.
I'm very much on team. All right, fuck them kids. Like, all right, we got our kids. I'm good. Like, let's get back to fucking winning because this lottery shit, unless you're going full rebuild, which we're not, this lottery shit sucks.
So and Thursday we're gonna talk about probably start off the podcast.
Brett's gonna have new 5 guys.
Yeah. And you got to do a hypothetical though for like if they do move up,
Seattle's
because I
looking
could-
to trade
I could-
that 7th pick.
I could see I feel like the Bruins really want to get in the top 10, and you can't hold on to. You can't have another 2015. Like you can't hold on to all 3 of those fucking picks. You need help now. Holding on to those 3 picks right now does the team no? It hurts the team if anything, because that's another player that's at least 2-3 years away. Pasternak's another 2-3 years into the league. He'll be what, 32, 33?
You know who's drafted 7th overall?
Who?
Quinn Hughes. You know who's drafted 7th overall?
Jimmy Hagens.
Jimmy Higgins. You know who else was drafted 7th overall?
Talk to me.
Mark Scheifele. You know who else was drafted? You can
Who?
get a real fucking game changer if Seattle's willing to give that pick up.
Do you think? Yeah. I mean, they want
Clayton Keller went 7th overall.
Bust.
Captain of Utah, man.
It's
That's
just
fair.
a bunch of guys that haven't won the Stanley Cup. That's all you're reading to me, man.
All right, man. Like, come on, man. I'm trying to like have a fun game
I'm
here,
just
man.
kidding.
Come on, man.
There
Oh,
is
you know
one
who?
guy who's
You
a
know who
gold
got?
medalist, though. Two guys.
Oh no, he went
actually.
6th overall. Never mind. But yeah, you know who else got 7th overall? This one's for you, Bobby.
You're gonna piss
Jeff
him off.
Skinner,
Buffalo
Buffalo legend.
Sabres
Buffalo.
legend.
I can't believe he never signed with the team so he could get in the playoffs.
Yeah, I was shocked that he was just like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I feel like his time has come to an end. But what else do we have to add, boys? I feel like we kind of just ripped through all that shit.
I'll say what I said to a few different folks last night
Say it.
or over the weekend. Sucks to lose. Sucks to lose to a team that hasn't been in the playoffs in 14 years, hasn't won a series since last. I'm pretty sure the last time Buffalo won a series, I hadn't even seen the Cancer Bats yet, and I've seen them a million times since then. So, so all things come together. But I do think in 2029, when they're wiping champagne from their eyes, I think a lot like Murat, Frazier, Mackey, Pasta, Swimmin, they're gonna be thinking about this series and they'll be like, holy shit, am I glad that Benson had a career round against us. I'm glad that we had that moment where we're like, this has been my way too. I think them losing the way they did, obviously losing 3 at home stinks. It's embarrassing. But I think it was a good way for Pasta and McAvoy to realize like this is their team now. There's no one they can point fingers to. There's no we fumbled it for Bergie, we fumbled it for March. It's like you're fumbling it for yourselves now. What are you gonna do next training camp to set the tone, to set the precedent? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think guys like Frazier, Hustadinov, who looked great throughout the series, are gonna be like itching. And like the prospect of that is like that doesn't get your dick hard, then go cheer for another fucking team. I seen you all do it for Florida last year. Fucking go join them full time.
Dude, that's the one thing I will say about this. Like, as much as it stings in this aspect, it's like, it was a winnable series. And, like, yeah, you could have played Montreal in the second round, and who knows what happens then. And you're literally playing with house money. I'm glad these guys got this taste of, like, embarrassment. I'm not going to lie, especially these younger guys. Like, and then also on top of it, too, like, you got to think of the embarrassment on Zadorov's side. Like, maybe it kicks both Lindholm's ass into gear. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got embarrassed on home ice after being
a
like
lot of
the
these
best
guys who suck too that got paid big money.
Yeah, like you're gonna hear it all year round or all summer long, and
as they should.
Yeah, and you know it's only gonna be better for these guys. And another thing on top of it too, like it helped you, like us, whatever, the fans see, like, yes, Sturm's the guy, but like he needed one of these. He needed
it's good learning for him.
And like Lindy's a vet. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's not like he coached against fucking Pittsburgh's coach. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it was first year versus first year. Like, you got a guy who's should have won a Stanley Cup at one point as a coach in his lifetime. So, you know, it's I think you saw him learn from things way. I almost sounded so dumb. Way more than Jim Montgomery did, and I think that's like also a good thing. And with how much
banned from this podcast,
with how much that Sweeney and Co. let Sturm in on decisions and how well they worked out for us this year, I have full trust in like the not new, but the revamped regime in the head office too, because like you got Papa Bear, Chara talking now. You got Sturm, who's had a year with these guys. Swayman's back. You know, like
he's back and he's underpaid now.
Even when Pasternak doesn't have help, he's still over a point per game guy in the play. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's positives to take out of this. It's just the sour taste in my mouth is like, all right, you better have learned from this because you get one. You get one with me, and guess what? Next summer, Lindholm's July 1st. Hampus Lindholm. I'm giving him one more year. I know a lot of people want him out,
Yeah.
but it goes down to a 10-team no trade list next July 1st. So you
Oh,
better, Don Sweeney, he'll fucking trade you. Like
trade your ass.
these contracts are built like this for a reason.
LA is
And
going to be such shit next year. They're going to need something to make them hit that cap floor.
Yeah.
Hope you didn't
Someone's
sell your
gonna-
house in Anaheim, buddy.
dude, I noticed even Geeky. It's so funny because like they signed that contract and everyone's wanted that contract and we got what we saw. But Geeky's got 1 year of no trade clause. Then after that, it goes to a 10-team no trade list every year, and then it goes down and down and down. So even the Bruins were like, I didn't even know that. I thought it was no trade the whole way out. But even the Bruins are like, all right, you get like 2 years to show us that you're actually this guy, or like we can trade. You make 5.5 and you've scored 50. Someone will take you.
Yeah. I will say too, I think throughout the summer, I think one thing that will be kind of amplified and echoed is the past the game 1 intermission or game 4 first intermission clip. The desperation in his voice, like obviously everyone's just listening in that clip. Like when he almost like his voice cracks, like you got you play with the MCL, that you gotta be like. It was just like, I think that will be the moment where you're like, I think if you're in the organization, you work, if you're a fan, you like, I think there are going to be guys on the team. I'm rambling, but what I'm trying to say is that is going to be the turning point where it's
If
like,
I'm
are you in or
Stern-
you out?
If I'm Sturm, I play that in training camp.
Yeah.
That video, I play it for every session. Like not every session you have, but like, I mean, like when you come in and you have that meeting where you like talk to them and stuff, and there's like 2 sessions or whatever because they split the organization up. You show that to every fucking player, and you go, if you don't have this, and if you're not mad like this, and the guys in the locker room that weren't mad know this now, we don't want you here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd be like, and like, just so you know, we never want to play. We never want to recreate that clip.
Yeah. Yeah.
You play dog shit like that at home.
It's funny because
Like,
Dad said to me, he's like, Pasta had his McDavid moment, eh? And I was just like, he's ready. That was Pasternak's McDavid moment. This happens every year. Dig in.
Oh man. I guess like I think it's much easier to come out of this whole experience in this season to look
glad
at
it's
everything
over.
as glass half full. Yeah. Big
I'll be
off season.
honest. Yeah.
Big off season.
This off season makes or breaks it.
I think it's one that fans will want to buckle up for. I think like
Dude.
changes have to be made, moves have to be made.
With what we were all talking about earlier and free agency being shit and offer sheets becoming non-existent, I know they say this every year, but I kind of believe that every year. I don't believe it, but this year I think it's gonna be a crazy offseason with the amount of money that's laying around.
Yeah.
And the amount of a lot of teams have their picks because they were shied away from trading them because of this draft, and like it's gonna be a very interesting offseason. I'm waiting for the first hat to drop. I'm shocked there hasn't been a
literally
trade
just
yet.
read my mind.
Yeah,
I was like, who's the domino?
Yeah, because there's always a trade
in March. Yeah,
I think a lot will happen draft night.
I think you're looking at like the Jason Robertson thing. I'm looking at LA because they're desperate to keep that momentum going because Anze's gone.
You got a lot of players that trade protection kicks in next year. Like it hasn't even started yet, and teams are thinking about trading them.
Seattle's got to play catch up with the new teams.
Vancouver's
got to try to change. It's like, you're right.
You never know. What if Fantilli goes, I'm not signing with you, Columbus? Like those happen. You get 1 or 2 of those a year.
I would even.
No, but
I'm Fantilli, I'm out, bro.
Like we're sitting here right now. Like there's 2 players, probably at least 2 players sitting at home right now. Like I'm not signing with this team, and they already know it, and they just haven't told their representatives yet.
Something to look out for.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be fun. I'm ready for this offseason.
At least they pushed it 6. If you went
Yeah.
out in embarrassing
It's
fashion like you already
this time
were,
last year. I mean, for fuck's sake, we were talking about the offseason March, like February, March last season.
dude, in fucking January, we thought we were gonna have 2 top 10 picks.
Yeah, yeah. But here we
And
are.
then they went on a run.
And we thought we were gonna have the 6th overall pick or 7th overall pick. But we got fucked. We got porked in the ass. But we'll talk more about that Thursday night. I think that just about wraps this fucker up, eh, boys?
Yeah.
I already gotta see you guys in a few more days. So
Shut up, you
I
beautiful
I
bastard.
also want to go to bed. I'm fucking hurt for a squirting, boys.
Yeah, I gotta go put out garbage.
Oh, that's fun.
Shout out oversized pickup day. Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
just
was
good
that?
seeing you boys again.
Honestly, the other day I was like, fucking miss these guys.
Yeah, I never said that, but
I know.
I
you
honestly
never
just thought
said
you
that.
guys fired me. I was like, damn, they went on without me. Eh?
you,
Crazy.
you just saw a new episode dropped Friday.
You're waiting
Yeah.
for the first live stream. This is only
I was like,
Bruins.
oh, crazy. I guess I will just get traded in the offseason. Yeah.
Yeah,
Welcome
this
to
is
Only
the-
Providence Bruins.
yeah,
This is how you find out, like how everyone else finds out they got traded is just through social media.
yeah.
Yeah.
Elliot Friedman tweets it out.
Yeah.
We pay for a cameo of Elliot
I
Friedman.
was just gonna say
Firing you.
that we should have paid a cameo. I'd be like, yeah, Bob, like this is how you got Sean Avery telling you you're fired, buddy. But all right, boys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that wraps up for episode 185 of Only Bruins. I appreciate you guys listening. It was a hell of a season, guys. You guys
was
were
fun.
fucking awesome. Everyone we ran into, there it is. Everyone we ran into, everyone we got interact with this offseason, new listeners, old listeners, our riders, baby. We fucking love you guys, man. And obviously, for anyone who's been here knows this, but anyone new, the train doesn't stop in the off season. We might take a week or 2 off, or you might not get all 3 of us a few times here and there during the
The
summer.
holidays.
Yeah, the holidays.
We still do the July 1st, but we don't do a pod that week. The free agency live stream.
yeah,
I'll do
oh,
it. I do it every year, baby. Don't worry, I'll be here. No pod that week though.
Fuck, I think I'm coming back from vacation that day.
Good, you never loved me anyways.
Yeah, I didn't. You're right.
You
I'll be-
never loved
I'll be
me,
fresh off
mom.
the golf trip. But anyways,
Skeet,
fucking love
yeah.
you guys. We'll be here all summer for you. Lots of content coming, of course, as always.
Couple
But,
OB after darks. They come back in
oh.
the summer.
Yeah, we gotta get weird with it, interact with
Yeah.
y'all. But yeah, we'll see you guys Friday, baby. New episode out Friday. Enjoy this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. We love you guys. Stay cool. Till next time.
Let's go, Bruins, bitch.
Don't believe in the alien propaganda. They are just trying to distract you from the fact that they rigged the NHL draft lottery. Let's go, Bees, baby.
Rigged.
It was aliens.